Hey guys, it's Rich and welcome back to a brand new video. So today we're watching Call of Duty Modern Warfare. Guys, I know you've been watching a lot of Fortnite lately. However, the new Call of Duty has came out. It's another game I absolutely love. Hoping they would have done a good job. I think they have. But we're going to talk today about my thoughts, my impressions, what I think they've done good and what they can change. So let's get straight into it. So starting off, let's quickly talk about gameplay. I think they've nailed 75-85% of it. The gun feels amazing to use. All of the guns, they've got a very nice feel, from snipers to shotguns to ARs to SMGs. Even most of the pistols feel nice. However, I think time is killed can be a little bit too quick at times, but to be honest, it's probably right about where you want it to be, to be honest. Like, I mean, coming from CSGO, for me, I don't mind how fast it is to kill, but it kind of changes the running gun aspect a little bit. That goes on nicely to mobility. Unfortunately, the game hasn't got a lot of mobility. It's pretty slow to run around. You can double tap your left analog stick in to do a short, faster sprint, or you can also sprint around the map as well. I'm not sure if the LS is just for double sprint or if it's meant to be for just double sprint, but I'm pretty sure I've been using it on weapons that don't have it. That could just be a little bit of a glitch on my end, but I've definitely had times where no double sprint has been on and I've been able to use that. But the feel of the game feels really nice from weapons aspects. The way they sound, the way they reload, the animations, everything about it I love. Map wise, the game has a few different game modes this year. So it's got 6v6, 10v10, ground war and gunfight. Gunfight is 2v2. They're small close combat quarter maps, good angles, very fun to play, very fun to get records on. There is 6v6 and 10v10. So when you search for a game, you search from a quick play playlist, and then you can filter game modes as if you were just searching for TDM. Technically it looks different, however it's somewhat the same aspect, because you can untick all of them and just play TDM. You can click TDM, you can click headquarters and search for just them two, or just domination headquarters if you're feeling a bit more competitive. So it's nice on how they've done that. It's definitely a little bit different. But what they've merged together is 6v6 and 10v10 in the same playlist. So you could be on Anaya's Palace, which is a 10v10 map, or you could be on Piccadilly, which is a 6v6 map. And there's no way to determine or to choose which one you have besides just back out when you found a lobby. That can be a bit annoying at times, going from a big lobby to a small lobby to a big lobby. I don't mind it too much, but I know my friends don't really like it too much. And it is just something that's worth mentioning if you guys haven't played the game yet, just so you know how it works. But the maps are a little bit too big for these game modes. So when you're playing 6v6, there's a lot of running about, but there's so much of the map that's wasted. Like 15% of the spawn doesn't need to be there. They can implement kind of obstructions to mean you can't get spawn trapped, but I just don't think you need it, and it just makes the map a lot more bigger. Like you could probably, if you were to get the map and kind of just put a border around the whole of it, you could easily negate so much and you wouldn't even know it's there. And now your palaces feel a bit like Metro on Battlefield 4, I believe it is, or 3, where there's like two parts to it. It's genuinely that big, because you fight where the palace is, and then you go all the way to the back and you're fighting in kind of like a little slum area. But multiplayer, guys, is done very well. There's not a prestige as far as I'm aware. I'm currently level 42. I believe there's only 55 levels. And I'm currently just grinding that out, and I'm doing a lot of challenges. So on this game you get daily challenges, and then there's also mission challenges which will give you blueprints. So each challenge has 7 levels. I'm currently doing one, for example, which will get me a blue pistol, where you have you got to get 30 kills with each type of weapon, like AR, sniper, etc. Then 30 kills with a pistol, and 30 kills with pistol with a sight. That just keeps the game a little bit fresh, keeps it kind of, it just means that there's something to do. The actual weapons themselves, there's a lot of grinding to do. So I think the weapon goes up to like level 70 or something crazy, and there's so many attachments, and they all have different trade-offs. So for each weapon, you would have, say, there could be maybe 8 different underbarrels. That doesn't necessarily have to be a grip. You could put a noob tube on there, which would stun enemies. You could put a noob tube on there that will blow them up. You can put shotguns on there There's so many different things you can do, which keeps a game fresh. It can completely change how a weapon will actually operate, which is also crazy. I currently use the Kilo, but I use it with just literally grip. I have the lightweight suppressor on there because it just changes kind of damage range, but doesn't change my mobility speed, which I believe it did on the other one. So the later ones you also unlock might have better trade-offs than their earlier counterparts, which is also pretty cool. I don't have any footage to show you on screen at the moment, but you can see all of that in the game yourself. You'll know what I'm on about if you've played the game. If you haven't played the game, I'm going to go over a class video very shortly anyway. The reason why I'm holding up on it at the moment is because I want to actually unlock everything on one weapon before I show you, just so you can get a full understanding on what I'm talking about, instead of us half an understanding, because I don't even know what the maximum one looks like yet, if it's depending on how they work it. But no, the game itself feels very, very good. It's got a lot of interest in it at the moment, which will keep me playing for a lot of time. If they bring out maps a bit quicker than they normally do throughout the year, then that could be awesome. And if they change the maps too, that'd be fun. Ground War's not a bad game mode. It doesn't feel like there's much objective to it, unfortunately. It's just a lot of snipers or however you see it. So that's a little bit of a shame. But no, guys, Call of Duty for me this year, I would say probably 4 out of 5 at the moment. Or it could be a 4.4 out of 5 once it goes up. Or let's say 8 out of 10. Could be a 9 out of 10, 9.5 out of 10 if the maps maybe are just worked on a little bit, because they are just too big. Makes the game feel a little bit slow, but other than that, it's just so satisfying to kill people. It's satisfying to get triple kills. It really is fun. I'm going to put gameplay behind of my favorite games. But let me know what you think of the game below. I'm probably going to be producing a lot of Call of Duty content because I do love the game. I've always loved Call of Duty, and I'm thinking this is a year where 1, it can do well, and 2, where it can actually retain me for quite a bit. So that's great. Also watch out for some Fortnite videos from time to time. It depends how I'm feeling. At the moment I'm kind of in the honeymoon phase with Call of Duty. That could change very soon. But no, thank you guys for watching. If you liked, leave a like, leave a comment below. I apologize about echo, and subscribe if you want to, and turn on notifications if you want to go that one step further. But see you all in the next one.